everybody. Um, this is going to be a long video, but I'm going to try to be as straight and concise as I can because it's such a very vast and sensitive topic. And even before the recent outburst on social media concerning the Two-Face and Annie situation, I've had a lot on my mind when it comes to the man-woman relationship dynamics. And I speak from a place where, I've been opportune by God to, through God's grace, to reflect a lot in my life, my journey as a single mom, divorced woman, mom of two, and picking up all the pieces together. And I've subjected myself and humbled myself to a lot of wisdom, learning, a lot of process of unlearning and relearning. And just before this situation, which I can't really speak on it from a place of, oh, this is the right thing or this is the wrong thing, which a lot of that is going on online right now on top of this matter, right? I feel we should all just chill. And from my own experience and what I've gathered, I just feel I want to speak on the general surface of things, right? On the man-woman relationship dynamics, that we've gotten a lot of things wrong. And there's a lot to be learned. I have learned a lot about myself as a woman, more than my parents could ever give me. I am going to be 45 this year, and trust me, it's just now that I'm about to live the best years of my life. And because I also, for the past 8 years, I've subjected myself to the humbling of the process of unlearning, relearning, and adapting a new mindset, which doesn't come easy, by the way. Healing is not easy. And one thing I've learned so far, so good, and I'm going to try to be as balanced as possible. This is not a post targeted to any gender, but to human race. We need to learn to hold space for each other. This all man against woman, feminine against masculine dynamics is unhealthy for the earth, and nature will do its best to balance it out, and it doesn't care who gets hurt in the process of it. How many families and relationships are broken because of it? Because nature will find a way to uphold the law of itself. Because one thing God holds above himself is his word, right? And when God has put a word over the universe, and there are laws that the universe function by, you cannot change that, because even God upholds his word above himself. So, and he has created an amazing system in us, and God lives in us. I feel that we need to learn a lot about men, and we need to learn a lot about, and women need to learn a lot about men, and men need to learn a lot about women. I feel that the world as it is has created systems that has created a lot of imbalance, male against female imbalance, and women against men imbalance. And a lot that has been projected to the media seems to tilt more to the woman than to the man in terms of male bashing. And one thing that baffles me is, there's male bashing, there's female female victimization, and there's male need for accountability and all of that. Who are we asking to be accountable, really? All of us need to be accountable. We all were raised in one form of toxicity or the other by parents who don't even know any better. I have come to learn, and now let me speak from one perspective, one side to the other. From the men's side, I feel that we women we don't even understand men as much as we think we do. We focus on the symptoms than the actual problem. The same man that you are having expectations and placed on a pedestal, first of all, we have placed men on a pedestal. We are raised in a system that has done that in our minds, almost like without a man we can't live. Everything around our life is around a man. We're not even trying to be human. We're trying to live for men. Men are not trying to be human. They're trying to live for women. When being human requires certain basic behavioral skills like kindness, like being nice, like being truthful, like being honest, like being loving. You understand? These are things that we've put on either side of the scale that a woman should do more of or a man should do more of. A woman should be more bearing of pain because that validates her self-worth. And a man should be more, loose, and the more he performs and conforms to what the world measures his value as, the more he sees his worth. So we cannot even blame the men for choosing certain dynamics of livelihood to project value, because we are all searching, looking for worthiness. The essence of existence It's an average human need. And we've projected that need on each other, on one another. I did that too. I'm not innocent of that. And because of that, we become very toxic and manipulative over one another, both men and women alike. But most especially, we expect a lot from men without even knowing what they are about, how they think. And a lot of it projected on women without even understanding where they're coming from too. But I still feel that the scale tilts more on a woman. A woman has a lot more support system towards her emotional needs than even a man does. And a man has limited resource of options. That is the reason why they tend to lean to the options that seems to be a template placed before them by their forefathers. For instance, a man wants to deal with emotional pain or hurt or disrespect, and the only other option he has, especially with his brotherhood, is take another woman. And he has been seeing that template over and over again by his father, by his uncles, by his peers, that the moment he has a problem at home with his woman or his wife or his girlfriend, and he can't bear it, there is no sit there, figure it out, communicate, learn each other, know what dynamics works for you. If it doesn't, then you can walk away, things like that. No, it's usually there's a pre-planned solution that has been subconsciously programmed and ready to the grasp of these men. They don't really know what options they have. And I've spoken to a lot of male friends, and I have dear male friends that I found that even as simple as how we speak to men also triggers the response of the side of them that we will get. This is not to validate anybody's pain. This is not to speak to this current situation. This is just to speak on general thing. And I'll be speaking a lot on it because, see, this ministry of healed human relationship is one way I could day here. You understand? And my own focus is really on the woman. The men, I'll do my best. I'm not a man. I can only speak from the experience I've got from my male friends. And I know that men and women are equal victims when it comes to relationships in certain ways. When I say equal victim, it doesn't mean that one is not projecting more than the other. It's the projection that hurts a lot more. But there's a core underlying factor. And this core underlying factor is what gives us grace in the eyes of God, that allows us all to be able to come to Him and have equal opportunity for salvation, to come to God. It's because we all are not naturally born to be like this. We've been programmed to be like this. And as much as we can blame whatever system that caused us to be this, it is our responsibility, both the man and both the woman, to work on themselves to be better people. We need to have more grace for each other. We need to hold space for one another. We need to listen to one another. Men suffer differently, because a man chose his own suffering, the soothing of his suffering, to be sleeping around. Doesn't mean a woman does not choose her own that is equally toxic. We women have our own toxic traits. Sometimes is speaking to too many people and destroying the relationship even faster. That was one of my own. I don't know how to hold something. I don't talk. And before you know it, you're even getting far away from the solution than the other. Some people might not sleep around when they are worried. Some people might use alcohol, some people might use drugs, some people might use whatever. So it's easy for us to quickly judge the symptom and the reaction. You understand? The effect without looking at the cause. And I will speak on the Two-Face and Annie situation in my next video. But this one is just to help us to start to understand that it takes two to tango in every relationship, family, romantic, business, friendship, whatever it is, it takes two to tango. And this whole idea right now that even churches are preaching, if one doesn't work for you, walk away. If this one doesn't work for you, walk away. Who will now stay to help the other? Where is the fruit of the Holy Spirit that is being preached? Where is it? Where is that gospel that where God said that that it is more potent when you are kind to those who are difficult to be kind to than those who are easy to be loved? There's so many things to be said. This video cannot say it all, but it's the beginning of the conversation I'm going to continue to have. So stay tuned.